So I wonder if that thing's got like a CD player, you know.
Oh, I bet you old boy's jamming to an iPod right now. I'd hate to be that guy. You gotta be fucking crazy. That was a big flash.
Uh-oh.
Husky, this is Red.
IEDs.
6 Alpha.
Strike higher call 194.
Roger, dog X-ray contact at the following coordinate. Mike Bravo, 3, 2, 4, 6. Husky, pull back.
I know what I want to say. I don't know how to start. This is gonna be tough.
You know, one of the most dangerous places in Iraq is Baghdad's Sadr City.
Now to Iraq, and American troops on a mission in one of the poorest and most dangerous anti-American areas in all of Baghdad.
In March 2008, the last major fight of the Iraq War took place in Sadr City.
Sadr City, part of Baghdad, and turf of the fiercely anti-American cleric Muqtada al-Sadr.
Welcome to Sadr City, home to 2 million people.
One of the reasons violence in Iraq has subsided so dramatically was a significant battle that U.S. forces won in Sadr City just 5 months ago. Last March, they began using the neighborhood as a launching pad to lob rockets into the nearby green zone. They decided to build a wall, a barrier straight across Sadr City. Fighting erupted almost immediately as sniper fire came in from every direction. Colonel Horde and his men were able to watch in real time as the enemy planted over 300 armor-piercing roadside bombs, or IEDs. This was one of the most intense engagements in the entire war.
Yet barely anyone knows the details of this story.
I never saw any other form of IED aside from an EFP.
If you made a big enough EFP, you could kill anything.
You don't even know what end is up. You have no idea. What's my name? I don't fucking know. Like, whatever.
I figured I was dead anyway.
That shit got heavy fast.
We were next to Sadr City. Sadr City was a big one.
It was Baghdad. It was Sadr City.
Ooh, look at the snow! Look at Hadaway in the snow. The snow? Why is it here in Iraq? Yeah, we're just hanging out. Got a little bomb up here. It'll be a good time. Good times. Hey, Bob. Hey, how you doing?
Nice. What do you got to say for yourself?
They've had to fight to put in every inch of this wall. They call this intense open fighting. Reload!
My head's ringing, the dust has fallen, shit's clearly on fire, people are definitely hurt.
But it was this huge mushroom cloud, and somebody was yelling, "You two idiots, get in the fucking bunker!"
Ben got 3 of them. He shot one guy through the mouth.
So he comes on that and he's hanging on to it, and he has no legs, like nubs, and he was just kicking these bloody nubs all over the place.
Doc, casualties in the vehicle right behind us.
I mean, it was a fight every inch of the way. You know,
Put him up under fire?
every type of weapon system the enemy had, they tried to use against us up at the wall. I mean, it was step by step by step, and fighting literally every hour of the day.
Yeah, I got hit with an RPG, but it didn't go off.
2 directions of fire going into the neighborhood, and we just started ripping stuff up.
A small arm, as soon as we made the turn, and that's right around the corner from the FOB.
There was people putting tourniquets on their legs before they went out on mission. Like,
We're kind of the central location for any sort of medical situations because we had a level 2 aid station.
It was never simple traumas.
We were doing okay. We weren't doing great. We were surviving. And then we lost Tim.
I was in there just listening to the reports as they came in.
My last name being Smith. When that call came out over the radio, people thought it was me.
We took him out, put him on the stretcher, and carried him into the aid station.
That was really the only time I lost it.
sorry to inform you. And I'm like, what? No, what are you talking about? And I just freaked out. I said, what are you talking? No, he's fine. He's in the Army. He drives the safest truck.
I mean, what? It was a period of like a few months that it was nonstop.
It was a necessity that we had to, you know, kind of burn it at both ends.
Coming out of the FOB, turning onto predators, seeing like blockades in the roads, and oh, here we go, and then immediate fire.
I think she killed more people with cancer that week.
It wasn't magic, it was messy.
It was just a nonstop mess.
So it's pretty much sleep, eat, treat casualties, sleep, eat, treat casualties.
Walking through blood.
You are no foot on gas, you are foot on brake, and you're barely moving.
We had probably 2 months there where I don't think we saved a patient.
I didn't call home and say, ooh, guess what? I survived an IED today. I mean,
we fired 800 tank rounds in this fight. We haven't fired that many tank rounds since the start of the war.
On days when the shooting was particularly fierce, they were able to put up only 8 slabs.
If you've lost your way,
Sharp yelled, "Who the hell's A positive?" And I said, "I'm A positive."
I was on the mission when he got killed. And that one tore me up quite a bit.
Yeah, I remember Richard going on a letter blue. It looked like telephone poles flipping through the air.
I fell off, hit the fucking floor, and just curled up in a ball next to the wall and waited to die.
Just getting louder explosions, and I'm like, this is it.
It felt like the building was going to come down on top of us. It was so loud.
It was all hazy in the aid station, and like my ears were ringing and my whole body hurt.
I go to turn him over to see if he was okay, and his flesh just kind of fell off in my hands.
We found one of his boots with his foot still in it. I think that was the biggest part of him that we found.
I found part of his hand stuck on a fuel tank on a truck.
There's a guy that comes in, and I just remember him as the faceless man.
When he first came in and I looked at him, I couldn't figure out where his mouth was.
I stuck my head down next to his teeth, and he like he's trying to talk.
I knew we sent him off alive, but I always thought he died after that. I was like, there's no way he lived.
And then the next day, Nate Hunt from the engineers got hit and lost both his legs.
It went from literally 60 attacks down to 3 or 4 attacks. And that was because...
A day, a week, or...
60 attacks a day.
I was angry.
I'm angry all the time. I don't know why.
I know I was just completely burned out.
All these years later, it's pretty rare for me to sleep through the night.
If I tell them all of the stuff that I'm going through, it could affect them somehow.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a bond that I don't think could be built easily other ways, for sure. I don't think I'll ever have bonds like that in my life. I don't see how I could.
And now we're at the point where we've lost more people since coming home than we ever did when we were over there.
We are veterans. And a veteran is simply someone who made a decision at one point in their life to write out a blank check made payable to the United States of America